My voice is a little gone because I decided to go to this game last minute, but Rangers win, baby, 4-1 over the New York Islanders. Really great game, despite the Islanders having a pretty much depleted roster for this one. Still a lot of things that I liked about this game. Still a lot of things that I did not like about this game. We'll jump in that, but yeah, like I mentioned, first of all, I just want to say I was sick. Sorry about the tissues in the back. That will be cleaned up soon. But yeah, really great game, but there were some things that I didn't like I mentioned. But first thing I do want to say, despite it looking like a library from the outside, the inside of that building is really nice. So yeah, decided to go last minute. Literally got there right when the anthem started, pretty much. So I cut it very close with this one. But my friends and I, after the game, we were just like, you know what? Let's just walk around the arena, check it out. Really nice arena. So good to see the Islanders finally have a nice arena. I also took a picture with Sparky after the game, which was pretty funny. But yeah, so that was fun. And then got to take a picture outside of the arena with some woman that works at the arena because we're Ranger fans. So she wanted a picture with us for whatever reason. It was really funny. She was like, Ranger fans, I want a picture with you. And she puts her coat down and everything. It was the funniest thing to me. But I never in my life thought I was going to be in a picture with someone because of me being a Ranger fan. That was just really funny to me, but really great. Really great game, but we decided to wait because we didn't want to sit in the parking lot with the traffic. So smart move on our behalf because we got it out way quicker than we would have if we sat there and waited and waited and waited. So really great decision there, and a little bit of an advice for the few people that watch this video. If you do ever head out to UBS Arena, or especially if you're a Ranger fan, because it's mostly Ranger fans watching this, if you go to the next Ranger Islander game, which I might be in attendance for, be sure to take that into consideration. Go ahead and use the fact that, well, you wouldn't even have to use it as an excuse either way. They can't really kick you out until it's way later, but just go ahead, walk around the building for a bit and just take it in, and then take a picture with Sparky if you want to, and then go wait there and just wait to go out and get to the parking lot because it was something else. But let's dive into the game. That's what you guys are here for. So the Rangers win this one 4-1. You had some really this game was very interesting. The Rangers had some good looks early. You had a chance from, I think it was Hedel. Hedel had a pretty great chance. You had Trouba, who his stone hands turned into silky hands for a second there. Had a pretty good chance on a breakaway there. A lot of penalties in this game on both sides. The Rangers were 1 for 5 on the power play, and the Islanders were 0 for 6 of the penalty kill. Got to get their percentage boost. The face-off percentage went up because it was 42 to 58 at the end of this, but it looked bad when I was checking it towards the middle of the game. Shots split at 21. Pims 19 to 17, but that really got elevated due to a fight where you had Lafreniere get into a fight, which was cool to see. Him in his first NHL fight with me in attendance. That was really fun to watch. And Reeves in the post game, he's like, the roles reversed tonight. He got into the fight and I dropped the points, which was really funny. But yeah, things got a little chippy, which escalated the penalty match. Strome took way too many penalties for my liking. Some of the calls, though, on both ends, if I'm being honest, were very soft. So doesn't really surprise me. I thought one of the hooking calls was really bad. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Strome with one of the hooking calls. That one was really bad. But overall, they had some great chances early, and it looked like that this was going to be a game that the Rangers completely dominated. The stats or the shot totals didn't show it as they were split at 8, but the Rangers really had control of play. Honestly, most of the game, unless they were on the penalty kill, which really is why the Rangers didn't have too many shots on goal. But overall, yeah, that was... It's hard to get more shots on goal when you're spending a lot of time on the penalty kill. But yeah, I thought that the Rangers had a great first period. Second period, they kick it off great. They get a power play, and the deflection master himself, Chris Kreider, gets one from Strome and Fox on the apples there. A power play goal 29 seconds into the period, and the Rangers go up 1-0 early in this one. I'm pretty sure this was Barzal's one of his penalties, because I think he took 2 or 3 penalties this game. So Barzell and Strome really got a feel for the box tonight. So yeah, the Rangers, though, like I mentioned, unless they were on the penalty kill, they had great looks the entire night. Didn't take it, or it took them until a lot later, about 13 minutes later, to get their second goal of the period, which was from Kevin Rooney, and then Barclay Goodrow and Ryan Reeves with the Apples. This, I believe, was a tipping goal as well. So you're seeing that Gallant type hockey kick into them, get in front of the net, get the deflections, get the pucks loose in the blue paint. You're really noticing it, which is nice. But yeah, and then third period, Andy Andrioff scores for the Islanders from Koivula and Aho. And not even that long after, Kevin Rooney with his second goal. A beautiful pass from Ryan Reeves. Nemeth with a secondary there. That's his first point as a Ranger, as far as I know. So good for Patrick Nemeth. But that pass from Reeves, man, so dirty, so gross. And Rooney does not miss that one. And then later in the period, Kreider gets another one from Zibanejad, and Kakko keeps the point streak going at 5 now, 5 games in a row. And that is pretty much it. A 4-1 win. Rangers keeping control most of the game. They easily could have made this a larger score, and they easily could have kept the Islanders off the score sheet if they wanted to. But really just getting lazy there on that Islanders goal, not being aware of how many guys were in front of the net. There was 2 guys in front of the net, and you're not going to make it easy for your goalie if you're letting 2 guys in the paint there. So overall, really happy with the performance. I know that the Islanders roster is depleted right now, which I heard plenty of because I was just cheering for the Rangers at the game, which some of the fans there were interesting, to say the least, but thankfully there was some respectful Islander fans sitting in the section as well. But some of them were getting mad because my friends and I were cheering it as well as other Ranger fans. It was quite interesting, to say the least, but it is a rivalry after all, so I expect it. It's not like they threw any punches or anything, so it is what it is. But 31-23 for the Islanders in hits, and then block shots 16-9 Rangers in favor of that, and then 8 giveaways for the Rangers to the Islanders 9. So overall, really great game there for the Rangers, despite you could be mad at the shot total for being low, but like I said, you're taking 6 penalties in the game. That's not a recipe for, that's not a recipe for generating opportunities there. So you can't be too upset there. But yeah, this game was definitely fun. Let's get into how each lines were, which I have a little bit of a bone to pick with Gallant on that. I'm not a fan of this Kreider, Zibanejad, Kakko thing, because Kakko literally mentioned that he started getting comfortable with Panarin and Strome, and I don't understand why you'd break that up. It makes no sense to me, especially when I think Strome and Panarin have been better than... Kreider has been great this year, but Zibanejad has not looked great, so I think that, the Panarin, of course, we know how good he is, and then Strome has been good this year as well, which I believe his point streak continued as well. I don't know if he was still on a point streak or not. Let me check. But overall, I'm not a fan. Yeah, he is. But overall, I'm not a fan of that line personally. I think that they should go back to what was working. Because honestly, Dryden Hunt, I thought was a pretty solid fit for now, at least until you go out and get another winger to play with Kreider and Zibanejad. So that's one thing I would change for next game to make that go back. But nitpicking here, they still won. The second line of Panarin, Strome, and Dryden Hunt, not too great, honestly. They didn't get a lot of offensive zone time, but hopefully they'll change that back. That third line was really great tonight, both offensively and defensively. The Lafreniere, Hedel, Gauthier line, really great line. They need to stick together, and they need to get more ice time, that's for sure. And then, but it was hard to give them that ice time with how many penalties we took, like I mentioned. And then the fourth line was the best line tonight. Reeves, Rooney, or Reeves. Now it's Rooney, Gaudreau, Reeves. That's how they have it lined up. Really solid line there. That is a underrated fourth line, and they definitely got it done tonight. And this is what happens when you put Gaudreau on that fourth line. It makes sense. You're putting him in a role that he fits in, and they definitely need to keep that together. So you're looking at a spot where at the deadline, a right winger is definitely what you need for the top six. Defensively, no one I could complain with on the defensive end. Lindgren and Fox doing what they usually do. Fox with a point. So another day at the office, making great plays in the neutral zone all night. Trouba and Miller were really great. They've been looking a lot better as the season goes on, so let's hope they keep that up. Sorry, I need water here, but Niels and Nemeth were good tonight as well. Can't complain. And then Shesty was on. Can't fault him for that goal. Too much traffic at the net. Let's get to Twitter because I want to get this up because one, the camera's about to die. Two, I need to get to bed and I'm losing my voice here. But thankfully there's not a lot. New York style says Rangers run New York. He says, what a win. Love the Rangers. Laugh beat his ass. So yeah, you had Lafreniere getting his first fight with Peugeot when he killed him. I didn't even realize that Peugeot was bleeding. That's what my brother told me. I have to double check that. But how about that? Lafreniere was throwing hits all night. How about that? He was playing like a goon. Reeves was not wrong. And then, sorry, I'm just trying to go through this quickly. And then Steven says, how many goals do you see Kreider scoring this year? Will he be named to an all-star team? I don't know if they're having the all-star game this year, but the Olympics is possible for goals this year. Hopefully more than 30 since he's on pace for it, but he's been great this year. Let's hope he keeps it up, and let's hope he gets to see next year. But that is it for this. If you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on, and I'll see you guys in the next one.